The skies above Zaporizhzhia have erupted once again. Russia's Ministry of Defense has released new combat footage showing another airstrike carried out by a Su-34 fighter bomber. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the aircraft dropped two FAB-1500 glide bombs on what it described as a temporary deployment area belonging to Ukraine's 65th Mechanized Brigade near Orikhiv. The footage lasts only a few moments, but the explosions are impossible to ignore. A massive blast, a towering cloud of dust, and seconds later, the entire area is engulfed in smoke. The strike immediately raises an important question. Why deploy two heavy glide bombs against a single reported objective? The answer may reveal far more than the explosions themselves, because this operation appears to reflect a broader pattern that has become increasingly visible throughout Russia's air campaign. This strike stands out for one simple reason. Russia did not use an Iskander missile. It did not launch a Kaliber cruise missile. Instead, it relied on two FAB-1500 glide bombs. That choice tells us a great deal. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the reported target was a temporary deployment area. In military terms, locations like these are often used to assemble personnel before rotation, organize logistics, or prepare units for upcoming operations. Rather than pursuing moving targets, Russia appears to have focused on striking a fixed location where a significant military presence was believed to be concentrated. That is exactly the type of target where heavy glide bombs become particularly effective. Another point deserves attention. The strike was carried out by a Su-34 instead of relying on long-range ballistic or cruise missiles. This allows Russia to maintain pressure along the front line while reserving more expensive missile systems for other strategic objectives. Over recent months, this has become an increasingly familiar pattern. Heavy glide bombs are now performing missions that, earlier in the conflict, might have required precision missiles. From an operational perspective, it represents a practical balance between destructive power, standoff range, and sustained battlefield pressure. And judging by the frequency of these missions, Russia appears determined to continue expanding this approach. The reported strike took place near Orikhiv, one of the most heavily contested sectors on the Zaporizhzhia front. This area has remained strategically important for both sides throughout the conflict. Control of this sector influences movement across southern Ukraine and continues to shape military planning on both sides. If the reported objective was indeed a temporary deployment area, the purpose of the operation becomes relatively clear. Disrupt troop organization before forces reach the front line, reduce operational readiness, and complicate future maneuvers. This reflects a broader trend in modern warfare. Rather than waiting for large formations to enter combat, military planners increasingly seek opportunities to strike before those forces can be fully deployed. It is a strategy designed to weaken combat effectiveness before direct engagement even begins. From Russia's perspective, combining aerial reconnaissance with heavy glide bombs offers a means of maintaining constant pressure across active sectors without requiring continuous missile strikes. Whether measured in operational efficiency or battlefield tempo, it has become one of the defining characteristics of Russia's current air operations. This latest operation highlights more than a single airstrike. It reflects the direction of Russia's evolving battlefield strategy. Instead of relying exclusively on expensive long-range missiles, Russia continues to expand the role of heavy glide bombs in support of frontline operations. The Su-34 has become one of the key platforms behind this approach, not because it attracts headlines, but because it can repeatedly deliver powerful standoff strikes against military objectives close to the front. Every new mission reinforces the same message. Russia is seeking to maintain relentless operational pressure while making efficient use of its available strike capabilities. As the conflict continues to evolve, the combination of air power, guided glide bombs, reconnaissance, and battlefield intelligence is likely to remain an important element of future operations. Whether this approach will continue to influence the balance along the front line is something military analysts will be watching very closely in the months ahead. Now we'd like to hear your perspective. Do you believe Russia's growing reliance on heavy glide bombs is reshaping the battlefield? Or do you think both sides will continue adapting with new tactics and countermeasures? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss the military developments together in a respectful and constructive way. If you enjoy detailed military analysis covering the latest developments in the Russia-Ukraine conflict and global defense affairs, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you never miss our future reports. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next analysis. Disclaimer: this video is created for news reporting, military analysis, and educational purposes using publicly available information and official statements released by the relevant parties. The analysis presented reflects the available information at the time of production and is intended to provide context and discussion. This content does not encourage violence, promote armed conflict, or endorse military action by any party. The objective is to examine military developments from an analytical perspective while encouraging informed and respectful discussion.